You know how I always talk about artists like, falling through the cracks on the channel? Well, this is one of them. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. And man, James Taylor completely has escaped my brain since we did that Fire and Rain video. And it's so weird because I loved that song so much. Like, I really, really did. And we just never got back to him. And this technically isn't even in a request. I'm just doing this because someone posted it on the Flash request thing. So I thought I was going to run with it because I wanted to do some James Taylor. It's been a while. This is for Hope, actually. So congratulations. You are the week's first winner of our Flash request system. And if you don't know what that is, if you don't want to like go through Patreon or PayPal, whatever, you can every Friday or Saturday I'll post a picture or whatever, and it'll say Flash request, and you just leave a suggestion. And if you get the most likes or like in the top 5-ish, I pick from those and I do a video. So, and because Hope is awesome and she comments on every video and she's very, very, very nice to me, lots of engagement, and I don't know, man. She's just very nice to me. We are going to be doing two versions. We're going to be doing the studio version of Sweet Baby James and the live version from, I think it's like a BBC concert or something. I think it's 1970 or 1973. What is it? 1970. So it's the same year this album came out. This was his breakthrough album. It's the same album of the same name called Sweet Baby James. It was released by Warner Brother Records. February 1st, 1970. What a way to ring in the year. There was 3 singles released. This was one of them, but this failed to chart. But apparently this is one of his most popular and most well-known songs. And it was used at basically all of his concerts, they said, and it was always saved for like the climax or towards the end of the concert, because apparently even James himself considers this his best song. So thank you, Hope. You're about to bless me probably, so let's go. And I threw in the extra one just because, I love you. I love all y'all. Y'all are the best. Thank you for everything y'all do for me. All right. Sweet Baby James by James Taylor. And don't forget to leave a comment with another James Taylor track to do. And leave a like, too, if you don't mind. 3, 2, 1, go.
There is a young cowboy who lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companions. Works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyons, waiting for summer, his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer. And closing his eyes as the doggies retire, he sings out a song which is soft but it's clear, as if maybe someone could hear. Good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rock her by sweet baby Jane?
Oh, that piano. Carole King, I think.
Now the 1st of December was covered with snow.
Russ Kunkel on drums.
So was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston.
Stockbridge!
Lord, the Berkshires seemed dreamlike on account of that frosting.
I used to go to Stockbridge.
10 miles behind me and 10,000 more to go. There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea.
Dude, for us, man.
A song that they sing
Dynamics.
of their home in the sky. Maybe you can believe it if it helps you to sleep, but singing works just fine for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies, rock-a-bye, sweet baby Jane. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rock her by sweet baby Jane?
That was beautiful. That really was. He paints such a vivid picture in your mind. And this is live in concert, 1970.
Well, there's a young cowboy, he lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companions. He works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyon.
Sounds better than the
just
studio.
waiting for summer, his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer, and closing his eyes as the doggies retire. He sings out a song which is soft but it's clear, as if maybe someone could hear. He says, "Good night, you moonlight ladies. Rock-a-bye, my sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams? Yes, and rock-a-bye, sweet baby James." Now the 1st of December, it was covered with snow. Yes, and so was a turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston. Lord, the Berkshires seemed dreamlike on account of that frosting. With 10 miles behind me and 10,000 more to go.
Man, who writes like that, man? Such a good writer, bro.
There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea. There's a song that they sing of their home in the sky, and maybe you can believe it if it helps you to sleep. But singing seems to work fine for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies. Rock-a-bye, my sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams? It's time to rock-a-bye, sweet baby James.
I feel like he's changed some stuff. That was, wow. November 16th, 1970. That's so wild to me. So that was only a few months after the album came out. So I guess like he had a huge breakthrough. And that quickly, he went from, not like a nobody, because I think that was his second album. So he had a little recognition. But after that album, that, you know, Sweet Baby James or whatever, he blew up. And a couple months later, he's on the BBC with his own concert and everything. But he could have been big beforehand. I think he wrote some songs, right? He was a songwriter before he went like actually doing his own stuff. I could be wrong, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I know Carole King and him were a thing, and he was there. She was there actually. So it's James Taylor on guitar and vocals. This is for the studio track, obviously. Danny Korchmar on guitar, Red Road steel guitar, John London bass guitar. Chris Darrow on fiddle violin, Carole King piano backing vocals, and then Russ Kunkel on drums. Russ was holding it down with that hi-hat, man. That was basically what the percussion was, other than like it felt like the guitar itself at points. But it's so interesting how James plays and sings at the same time. It's weird how I don't know how to describe it, but the synergy between his playing and his singing are like one just beautiful thing. Because sometimes people, they can do it, obviously, they sing and play, but sometimes they're singing separately and playing separately. James feels like everything is one and it's all connected, you know? I don't know how to describe it better than that, but that's the feeling I get from it. And he feels like he's such an endearing dude with the lyrics he writes. Because I remember Fire and Rain, just amazing like writing skills, man. Like he is definitely a poet, like he really is. The lyrics in this too, I really enjoyed it. I felt like I said, he switched it in the second one. Maybe I missed it in the beginning of the first one, but I felt like he kind of like did it backwards. Am I tripping? I don't know. I don't know if he added some stuff, like the whole beginning about the cowboy and stuff. Like, I think that was in the beginning, but it felt like it was just different. Maybe I'm thinking it's different because, you know, there's no instruments other than the guitar. And I feel so bad for that audience, man. It's so awkward. It's like, you know, 8 people and like, you know, awkwardly, you know, like 15 feet from each other and like these little chairs. And James just up there doing this thing, you know. And I really like him, man. Like, I know I've only done like 2 songs by him, but I feel like I've heard more about him than I've actually heard his music. And then I've heard some songs that were written by him as well, if I'm not mistaken. He's a very great, he's a great writer, man. And I enjoy just hearing his lyrics. I kind of want to look it up for, just so I can like, no, I feel like I'm crazy. See, Sweet Baby James. Not Sweet Baby Inc. Sweet Baby James, lyrics. Because I'm gonna, oh no, yeah, that is the beginning. See, I knew that was the beginning. Something felt like it was different. I don't know. Because like the way that his imagery, it's crazy, you know. There is a young cowboy. He lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companions. He works in the saddle and sleeps in the canyons, waiting for summer and his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer. But then it goes to like, good night, you moonlight ladies, rockabye, Sweet Baby James. Is Sweet Baby James him? Or is that like his son that he left? Like, I'm confused on the lyrics. Then he talks about Stockbridge to Boston, which is not anywhere near where a cowboy would be on the range. So I know he's probably just like, you know, I'm thinking of it too literally, you know, but I don't really know what he's singing about, because I thought it was like almost like a lullaby at first, but then I heard of the cowboy and all that. I'm like, that doesn't really sound like a lullaby. But you know, the song is also called Sweet Baby James, so I don't know. Let me see. Maybe it'll tell me if I look. Sweet Baby James. Yeah, I looked at that one. History. Okay. Oh, okay. The song was written by Taylor for the son of his older brother, Alex, who was also named James and indeed was named after him. Deliberately a cross between a cowboy song and a lullaby, it was first thought up by Taylor as he was driving through Carolina to meet his infant nephew for the first time. I'm sorry to get a little excited, but I love when I call things right, because I never do. That was really cool, man. And it did feel like that's what I was wondering. It wasn't like connecting in my head what the cowboy and the lullaby part was about. But now that they say it's a combination for, you know, his brother's son, I think that's really, really cool, man. And they're both named James. And then he named an album after him. And then he got huge from it. So what's up with James? I wonder what he's doing these days, you know? Not James Taylor, obviously the one that he's named. But that's cool, man. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I know that I'm probably going to be hurting a little bit for the next week or two because I got a copyright strike on damn Pink Floyd video. But I sent in the counter notification. Like, YouTube already approved it, let me add the video and all that. And they went and manually claimed it and deleted it. All that. Copyright strike, bam. And then when they do that, about 5 days later, your views just get cut in half. So until that copyright strike goes away and the algorithm likes me again, I'm probably not going to get that many views, but I've done this multiple times, so just have to get through it, I guess, right? Thank you so much, Hope. That was a great selection and a great Flash Request Post winner. I'm glad that it won. We have one more slot this week, and then that's it. Then we'll go on to next week, right? I really like that, though. Obviously, I think the best part was the lyrics, the vocals, and the guitar in both versions. And then I love, because I think that's the same one from the Fire and Rain that we did, and he just dominates that stage, bro. His charisma and his like aura is insane. He just sits there, plays the guitar, and like I said, perfect sync, and he kills it, man. He absolutely kills it. But I think that's it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I will see y'all the fuck later. Oh man, I thought you guys left. Oh, well, we have a really cool Patreon community. If you look down in the description of the video, there's a link for it. If you join the $15 tier or up, you get one free request a month. The request post for October is going to be going out on September 30th. Sorry, I keep saying 31st, and I didn't realize there's only 30 days. So yeah, September 30th. There's also a PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see y'all later.